The corporate kindergarten is alive and it is thriving. I brought to you a textbook case of infantilization of others at the workplace, i.e., controlling employees' use of social media, in this case, LinkedIn. But before we start, let's get the definition right. How does psychology define infantilization? I wrote my psychology dissertation on it and I wrote a book about it. So, infantilization. Simply put, infantilization aims to preserve or create childhood-like ignorance, incompetence, inexperience, dependence, and obedience by ignoring and breaching all sorts of boundaries to dominate and disrespect. If many of the HR practices come to your mind based on that definition, you are not wrong. Corporations are riddled with practices, rules, and policies that are infantilizing adults. Such a control breaches the boundaries between employers' right to maintain their reputation and employees' right to build their online branding, to network, to be curious, and to interact with others. Controlling or actively discouraging employees from using LinkedIn is not only disadvantages the employees, but also the employers. Obviously, employees would miss out on work opportunities if they cannot showcase their talent, their knowledge, their expertise, or cannot network with others. But the biggest losers here are the employers, and here is why. You guys are failing to build your EVP because your employees are the ones who we are going to listen to about how good or bad you are, not you. Plus, if you have fantastic employees, your online outreach has no limit. I was just talking to a recruiter who has generated 50 million views on LinkedIn this year. Now, no marketing department in any of your organization is going to achieve that. So imagine if you have 3 or 4 people in your organizations like that. Imagine if you had that recruiter hired in your organizations. You will never face recruitment problem because this guy has to post one and that's it. This defensive approach is not working for anybody, and this is what one of the business leaders said. You do more damage than good by restricting the use of LinkedIn. And this is what he adds. There is no long-term benefit to banning or discouraging employees from using LinkedIn, and there is no long-term detriment to the company from negative employee comments. Good companies are not afraid of negative employee comments. They turn them around to their benefit. One more thing, if you are restricting the use of LinkedIn because I like the post about narcissistic bosses and now my insecure manager thinks that it's all about him and now I need to go to HR, that's a wrong policy.